Hi everyone, Lee Goldstein for 10-Minute Trades. Welcome to the weekly Market Movers video preview, our trade room schedule, as well as a look at all the events that we feel will move the futures markets in the upcoming week. Let's get started. All my times are Eastern time. Also, let me explain a couple of new things that we've put on the weekly schedule. Although the watch isn't new, let me explain what it is. Okay, so the watch is reports or events that might move the market. They might also have been events that we used to trade and they've fallen out of favor, or just in general, they might be new reports, but mostly they are events that we feel will possibly move the market. They tend to be a little bit inconsistent, or we would have trade rooms and setups for them, but they do have the opportunity for profit because they are important reports. And the first watch one is on Sunday evening, 10 p.m. Chinese retail sales, industrial production, unemployment. No trade room. Our first trade room is Monday at 8 a.m. for U.S. retail sales and Empire State Manufacturing. It's a YouTube stream and a family money trade. Then at 11:30 a.m. we'll be back for NOPA Crush, an ex-family money trade, as it has not been performing as well for the past year as it did 2 years ago. So we'll keep an eye on it, hope it comes back and goes back to the mean, or returns to the mean, as we say. Tuesday at 6 a.m., a zoo economic sentiment report. DAX and Euro will just be watching. Our first trade room on Tuesday, 8 a.m. for building permits and housing starts and Canada CPI. Then the 20-year bond auction at 12:30 p.m., and that's an educational room. An educational room is an event we don't plan on trading, but it's a good opportunity to teach how to use the software and take questions and just do a whole nice educational session. That's 12:30 p.m. on Tuesday. 4 p.m. the API report, family money trade, and then we're watching the Bank of Japan interest rate decision. It doesn't often release at the time they say. That creates an issue. Maybe the 6J, the yen may move, and the euro, or the 6E, and actually the ES may move on that as well. I prefer to look at the ES rather than the euro. I'm going to fix that. Watch this. Just like magic, it now says ES instead of the euro. So that's 11 p.m. the Bank of Japan interest rate decision. That's a watch on Tuesday. Wednesday, 6 a.m., another watched report, the euro zone core CPI. That report, it's crazy. You'd think it would move the markets incredibly. It almost never moves the markets. It's almost always exactly the news result they announce. They pre-announce. In other words, it's almost always exactly as expected. Very strange. I never understood why that doesn't move markets. Our first trade room on Wednesday, 10 a.m. for the crude oil inventories. That's an educational room. This past week was the first time in more than 8 weeks that crude oil had a normal, tradable, decent profit. Very, very strange behavior. And that's why it's an educational room at the moment. Big FOMC statement Wednesday. We'll be in the room at 1:30 p.m. We'll stream it live on YouTube. And then 8:15, a quick Australia employment change jobs report room to finish out the day on Wednesday. Thursday, British average earnings. That's that jobs report. We do have a DMM, a trade report for that, a trade setup. That's at 3 a.m. No trade room. The Swiss interest rate decision at 4:30. That may move markets. And just be careful with the times this week, because daylight savings changed in the U.S. last week, and it's changing in some Euro countries this week. Euro countries. I'm not redoing this video because I said companies instead of countries. It's not going to happen. 7:30 a.m. we'll be in the trade room for the British official bank rate. You know what? I'm not doing the video over again, but the unemployment claims Philly Fed, that starts at 8. But we'll be in the room for the bank statement, so unemployment will start a few minutes late, and that really should show up as 7:30 on the schedule. I'm going to fix that right now too. So the magic of video and editing is now the unemployment claims in Philly Fed, 7:30 trade room along with the British official bank rate statement. 2 events in that room. That's Thursday. Then at 9:45 we'll enter the room a little bit early for natural gas, and we'll actually possibly have a trap trade for existing home sales. And then at the end of the day, 3:45, we're going to look at a couple of earnings. The problem with Micron and FedEx, they're both releasing at 4 p.m. In these volatile markets, they're not huge earnings moves. They're going to not be possible to trade, in my opinion. But Nike is at 4:15. That might be a possible trade. Lennar, a big builder, it's a $1 billion corporation. We never tried. We're going to take a look at that because we'll be in the room for Nike. So we'll stick around for Lennar's earnings. 8:30 in the morning, Canada retail sales. No trade room on Friday. That's a watched report because it just hasn't been moving the markets in a way that's worth trading. We do have a fantastic offer for everyone. Always check your weekend emails. The trades of the week this week is a lot of fun. And this weekly schedule, we always send it out. We always put an offer in. It's always a great time to be a 10-Minute Trades member. You'll learn so much that will help you to be a trader. Whether you trade the news with us forever or you go on to other types of trading, what we will teach you will stay with you for the rest of your life. Lee Goldstein for 10-Minute Trades. Hope you're having an awesome weekend, and I'll see you next week in the trade room. Take care.